So we're here talking today with Harrison Richmond. Harrison, how are you doing?
Doing well. How's it going?
So you're back out on the court after sitting out a year. How good does it feel to be back playing tennis?
It feels great. It feels amazing. I guess you don't really realize how much you miss being on the court until you can't really play. And for me, I was off for about a year and a half and not being able to play, and just watching my teammates was great, and it was enjoyed and tried to get them better. But it really is special being on the court, and you don't really realize how much you miss it until it's gone. So I'm glad to be back.
What was your first match back?
My first match was in September, I believe. So I was working over the summer, and then we had about a couple weeks to practice, and then started off pretty early in the fall. And then we've got one more tournament in this coming weekend in November, and then we will wrap up for the fall.
So talk a little bit about the fall. In theory, it's your guys' off season, but it's hardly anything but an off season. Talk about what you guys do in the fall.
Right. Well, I mean, for us, it's a little different. Tennis is an individual sport, and so it feels like we travel just as much in the fall as we do in the spring. And the only difference is really that we travel, and it's more individual in the fall. We travel in individual tournaments, so not everybody's together all the time. People go their own route and kind of pick and choose some tournaments that they want to play on their own. So it's a little different in that aspect, but I think it's healthy for, as a team. You sometimes can get tired of each other if you're around each other too much. So I think just having space to do your own thing and pursue your own goals, and then come together in the spring and really be a complete team is special. And I think that's how we've done it for a little while, and it's definitely worked out for us.
So another difference in the fall is that you guys actually do play in some professional tournaments. You were in the Challenger last week, and this weekend, is that also a...
Yeah. So some guys are playing college tournaments, and then I'm going to a professional tournament down in Florida, me and Henrik, and I think maybe one or two other guys. But it definitely it allows us to get some different experiences. You don't get to play the same college players the entire time. You can get some exposure to professionals, especially if people want to play after college, go on the pro tour. It definitely is great in that aspect. We have the Charlottesville Challenger here every Halloween, and that's an unbelievable tournament, and it just really allows you to get exposed to kind of what's happening, in the real professional world of tennis.
How excited are you though for the spring to come up and you guys to all be together as a team again?
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I think the springs are always much more fun than the fall, if you ask me, just because everyone's together. You're in it together. You're trying to pursue a common goal. You're working together, and you just feel part of something bigger than yourself. And I think that's what makes it special. And I feel like everybody feels that way on the team, and I think we're all really excited to get going.
So you were talking before that this summer that you had an internship. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing this summer.
So I worked for a finance company called Bessemer Trust, and they're a wealth management company. I worked down in Miami, Florida, and they manage ultra high net worth clients. And so for me, I was doing I was an intern there, and I was doing a bunch of different activities. Just in the business world and in finance, doing a lot of different roles on creating presentations and just helping the company any way I can, essentially, to add value. And it was my first experience ever working for a company and doing an internship, and I thought it was a great experience for me. You don't really realize some of the lessons that you learn from tennis can apply to the business world and in a job. All the dots connect. Everything is very integrated, and you can learn a lot of the same lessons. So for me, it was a very valuable experience, and I try to take some of the lessons I learned over the summer and bring them back here to school for my last year.
Great. Well, I hope those lessons pay off for you this weekend because you're going back to Florida, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.